Hypnic Jerk. You are drifting off to sleep. The room is quiet. Your breathing slows, and your thoughts turn into soft, hazy dreams. Suddenly, you feel like you are falling off a cliff. Your legs kick out, your chest tightens, and you sit straight up, heart pounding. This is the hypnic jerk, an involuntary muscle twitch that happens just as you cross the border between wakefulness and sleep. Your brain is trying to shut down for the night, but sometimes the transition gets messy. As your muscles relax, your brain misinterprets the sudden drop in tension as a sign that you are literally falling. It fires a quick burst of motor activity to save you. It is a quiet reminder that even when you think you are in total control, a primitive part of your brain is still watching over you, ready to pull you back from a danger that isn't there. Brain freeze. It's a hot summer day, and you take a massive gulp of a freezing cold slushy. For a second, it's great, and then a sharp, blinding pain hits you right behind your forehead. You squeeze your eyes shut, press your hand to your temples, and wait for the throbbing to stop. This is brain freeze, or sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia, a temporary but intense headache caused by consuming something cold too quickly. When cold food touches the roof of your mouth, it rapidly chills the blood vessels there. Your body panics, quickly dilating those vessels to pump warm blood back to the area. This sudden swelling triggers the trigeminal nerve, which sends a pain signal to your brain. But because your brain is bad at localizing this specific pain, it registers the distress signal in your forehead instead of your mouth. Your body is trying to protect you from freezing, but its translation error turns a simple treat into a brief moment of agony. The funny bone. You turn a corner too fast and bump the back of your elbow against a hard surface. You don't hit it hard, but a strange, nauseating numbness and a wave of static electricity shoot down your forearm into your pinky finger. This is hitting your funny bone, which isn't a bone at all, but a direct impact on your ulnar nerve. Most of your nerves are buried deep beneath bone and muscle, protected from the outside world. But at the elbow joint, the ulnar nerve runs through a narrow tunnel of bone covered by nothing but a thin layer of skin. When you bump it, you are literally crushing the nerve against bone. It is a design flaw in human anatomy. A single inch of missing armor turns a minor bump into a full system reboot for your arm, proving just how fragile our physical connections really are. Tinnitus. You are sitting in a completely silent room, reading a book or trying to fall asleep. Out of nowhere, a high-pitched, steady ringing starts in your ears. There is no TV on, no electronics buzzing, and no traffic outside, but the sound is so clear you could almost point to it. This is tinnitus, the perception of noise or ringing in your ears when no external sound is actually present. Inside your ears are thousands of tiny, delicate hair cells that vibrate to detect sound waves. If these cells get bent or damaged, they can start leaking random electrical signals to your brain. Your brain processes these stray signals as a continuous, high-pitched tone. It is the sound of your own sensory system trying to fill an empty space. When the world goes quiet, your brain simply turns up its internal volume, creating its own noise just to have something to listen to. Eye twitch. You are working at your computer, looking at your phone, or sitting in a meeting, and you feel a tiny, rapid flutter in your lower eyelid. It is so small that if you look in the mirror, you can barely see it, but to you, it feels like a physical spasm that everyone in the room must be noticing. This is an eye twitch, or eyelid myokymia, a benign, involuntary muscle contraction. The muscles around your eyes are incredibly sensitive and highly active. When you are stressed, tired, or running on too much caffeine, the nerves controlling these muscles can begin to misfire, causing them to spasm rhythmically. It is your body's check engine light. It doesn't cause any real damage, but it is a physical signal that your lifestyle is running slightly too fast for your system to keep up. Contagious yawning. You are sitting across from someone at a table. They take a deep breath, open their mouth wide, and yawn. You aren't tired. You were feeling completely awake a second ago, but before you can stop it, your jaw drops open, your eyes water, and you take the exact same deep breath. This is contagious yawning, a physical mimicry triggered by seeing, hearing, or even thinking about someone else yawning. While normal yawning helps cool down your brain and regulate oxygen, contagious yawning is psychological. It is linked to your brain's mirror neuron system, the pathways responsible for empathy and social bonding. When you catch a yawn, you are showing that your brain is hardwired to connect with those around you. It is a primitive, automatic handshake that proves you aren't as independent from the crowd as you like to think. Photic sneeze reflex. You walk out of a dark movie theater and step into the bright afternoon sun. You look up, the light hits your face, and a sudden, intense tickle builds in your nose. Within 3 seconds, you let out a massive sneeze. This is the photic sneeze reflex, a genetic quirk that causes people to sneeze when suddenly exposed to bright light. When you step into the sun, Your optic nerve sends a strong signal to your brain to constrict your pupils. But because this nerve runs right next to the trigeminal nerve, the one that detects irritation in your nose, the signals get crossed. Your brain mistakes the light for a physical irritant in your nasal passage. Your body is essentially misinterpreting sight for touch. It is a harmless wiring mistake, showing that even after millions of years of evolution, our sensory cables are still close enough to spark each other. Charley Horse. You are sleeping peacefully, or stretching after a long walk, when your calf muscle suddenly locks. It turns rock hard, clamping down with an intense, agonizing grip that forces you to grab your leg and wait, completely helpless, until the muscle decides to let go. This is a Charley horse, a sudden, involuntary spasm of a skeletal muscle, most commonly in the leg. When a muscle runs low on water, electrolytes, or simply gets fatigued, the motor neurons that control it can become hyper-excitable. Instead of sending a normal signal to contract and relax, they fire a continuous, chaotic stream of messages, locking the muscle in a painful contraction. It is a stark reminder of the limits of your own skeleton. For a few agonizing seconds, you are locked out of your own physical movement, forced to wait until a tiny cellular pump finishes rebalancing itself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe. Bye.